Yes, yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never Open Podcast, the podcast open to everyone except.
Hiroki Goto, piece of shit.
My name is Luke, and I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast. And with me, as always, I thought I'd let you do it this time. It's Mr. Andy. Hello, Mr. Andy.
Hello, Mr. Andy. Hello, Luke. And hello to the listeners. But man, fuck everybody. I'm sorry. I love you, Luke, but fuck you too. Fuck everybody. I'm so mad. Goto is the champion of New Japan. Thank goodness that it isn't the Never title. I mean, I don't know how I could have handled that. That's
already had that like three times.
It's been a long time, So thank goodness, man. But this show is awesome. I'm excited to talk about all of it except for one part.
Yeah, I love this show too, and we got some news that is all for after the show, so we'll cover it after we've covered the show. New Japan Cup and 53rd anniversary.
So, Goto's he's going to be a defending champion. He's going to fight, and defend the belt, and he's going to go in the New Japan Cup, right, and defend it the whole way.
No.
Oh
no.
Maybe is it because his frail body won't hold up to the rigors of being champion that defends it?
Or maybe will he be the champion? What's first, the 53rd anniversary or this? We'll get there. Yeah. It's rare that I see Andy have a Luke-like reaction. Maybe not quite a Luke-like reaction, but it's pretty close to it. And I look forward to, getting to the fireworks factory. Yeah. Dude, you kind of called it last week, though. You said something to the effect of, maybe episode before, something a bit to the effect. You noticed this first. It might have been in regards to, hey, why isn't Desperado wrestling Zack Sabre Jr. at the 53rd anniversary? Oh, because it's not happening.
we got it. See, Mike. Well, we'll get into all that. We got other stuff to talk about. Yeah, but we're going to talk about the New Beginning 2025 today. It was at Osaka Edion Arena, packed fucking house. The crowd was insane.
Sold out, baby.
I was so fired up until I wasn't.
Yeah, I feel that. So let's keep it going then, because we got our first match. It's of the New Beginning. The New Beginning is beginning for real.
But this is the pre-beginning. It's pre-gun.
Dude, this card is so kind of stacked that Despy versus Murashima versus Despy and Murashima versus Jeff Cobb and Francesco Akira is your pre-show match. So and it kind of sets the tone in a good way and one bad way for the night we're about to get. Man, Akira is all fired up. He's in Desperado's face. Akira misses a baseball slide and Despy sends Akira into the railing. Man, ouch. Also throws Akira off the top turnbuckle pad like he's Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's funny.
I like seeing people take the Flair kind of flop from the top rope.
Fucking Brad does it in every match, every single match.
Oh, dude.
It's the best.
Dude, I love it. Yeah. He's either going to hit you with that elbow in the nuts, hopefully, if you see him Punk. Or you're going to Ric Flair style throw him off. Oh, my God. Murashima is a naughty man. He brabs out Akira. That's fucking funny.
Great.
This match is fucking awesome, especially when it's Despy with Akira, but there's also some lots and lots of fun stuff with Despy and Murashima against Jeff Cobb and stuff too. So this is a great time. This is they don't really put any big stars in any of their pre-show matches usually because their cards are stacked. But they're using this as a preview too, and it's a really good preview.
Correct.
Because if Desperado was thinking about this title match, well, he'll have to take it now because Akira, with a fucking sneaky Tanahashi-like roll-up, pins El Desperado 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yeah. Murashima did not lose. El Desperado let the team down.
Walker said during this match that they'd only wrestled once. And I thought, maybe it was just once. I thought it was 2 years in a row, but maybe there was, remember the injury and stuff? So maybe they missed that match because of injury, or they weren't in the same block or something. Either way, meaning El Desperado and Akira is who I mean. But I thought Murashima got a big spot in this match. They go like fucking Akira gets on Cobb's shoulder and he's like, take picture. And Murashima's like, no, nobody taking picture. It fucking drop kicks him.
That's right. He's taking this serious, man.
I love that. No pictures for you. That was fun. But yeah, I really like this one a lot. Akira versus El Desperado is going to be great. I guess really don't think Akira's going to win. That sucks, but you never know. I feel like that he's not there yet, but the crowd loves him. And the crowd is insane for this night. Like insane in a good way, then insane in a are you insane kind of way later on that we'll talk
insane
about.
In the I'm fucking Magatu in Zoolander going, I feel like I've taken crazy pills.
Insane in the membrane,
That's
but
right. Gone insane, got no brain.
Now it's Walker just by himself, right, at this point. And so he does get someone join him later, and they do it in like an organic way where they're like, we'll talk about it, but it's just kind of fun. So this is the show proper. We get a big video package. Oh, the guys are going to wrestle, and the first people that are going to wrestle is going to be Makabe and Tanahashi, because Tanahashi, first of all, he is part of my theory on why we are going the way we are with the IWGP title, which we'll get to later. But he's on like a retirement tour where he's going to face all of his old rivalries in really good matches because they can still go, all of them. So that's what this match is. It's Makabe versus Tanahashi. These guys get in there, they're looking all crisp and smooth, and they get in a big chop battle. But Makabe, he's all mad. So he takes Tanahashi to the outside, and then he gets gassed he gets gassed and hits some of the laziest arm whips I've ever seen in my life. Like, okay, the guardrail's over there. So you got to kind of walk with him and whip him. Nope. He takes a step backwards. Tanahashi. So Tanahashi has to run all awkwardly at the guardrails. And we know Tanahashi can do so many things. He is amazing. But there's one thing he cannot do, and that's run. So why are we trying to make him run? Anyway, there's a lot of problems with this match, as you'll gather. But so anyway, that happens.
This match fucking sucks.
It's real bad. And Makabe is like, well, fuck, that tired me out. What do you do when you don't know what to do and you're a little tired? Grab a hold, brother. And he gets a hold on Tanahashi, and they sit in what most people would describe as a rest hold for quite some time. Trying to figure out what to do. That seems like that's what's going on. It's like Makabe is gassed, so he's already busted.
Here's my theory, right? Makabe's like, hey, Tana, what are we doing now? I'm a bit rusty. I haven't been tagging in lately. And I let Honma do all the work.
Yeah.
And Tanahashi's looking up at him going like, I'm busy as president. I'm also rusty.
I think he's blown up. And I think that he just can't do anything. So they sit there for a while. And then he does all his moves, all right? And he gonna punch you. And his punches look like shit and probably kind of hurt a little because he hits his hand every time. And it's like, brother, what are we doing? So he hits his moves. He hits the power slam and nearly kills the ace. And then he hits a decent German with a bridge for 2. And I can't believe it, and he can't believe it either. He didn't get the win. He's like, hey, that was like an actual good move. Then he tries the King Kong knee drop. All right. And everything's going fine. And then they absolutely botch some reversal spot where they just have to skip it and move on. They're like running at each other. They don't know what to do. And they both just kind of like, it's like it was supposed to be a sling blade, but Makabe was going to reverse out of it or something, but he can't do that. So he just falls down. And they both fall down and look at each other and go, what's happening? And Sakamoto, the ref, is like, I don't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do either. So, poor guy. So, this is great. Then Tanahashi goes up for a high five flow. He misses that, right? And he falls, by the way, on his way up getting ropes. He just totally falls trying to get up the ropes. And it's like, dude, why is this happening? So
he should have retired him at Wrestle Kingdom, man. I'm sorry.
Yes!
I'm sorry. I dare I said it.
But
he couldn't do his fucking big lap.
He's wrestling Makabe too. That's the thing, though. Is it like when you're wrestling a guy like him, he's not going to make you look better. He's going to make you look worse. So, and there's no way Tanahashi can bring him up to his level, not at his physical level now. So that's what's going on here. But anyway, so he almost falls going up the ropes. He misses a high fly flow, and then they botch an O'Connor roll spot. And then they try it again, but mercifully, Sakamoto just counts to 3 before the pin even happens. He's just like, oh, yeah, it's the finish. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tanahashi he wins the worst match I've ever seen him wrestle. And I count every tag match he's ever been in that I've seen. That is the worst match I have ever seen Tanahashi in. Makabe, he needs to duck too and burn his boots. And I don't say shit like that. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this match was shit. And it wasn't a one-sided affair in regards to the reason it was stank.
Man.
Yeah. I would have loved this 10 times better if it was a fucking Honma. And he's got limited range of motion. You know what he also is? In fucking shape. I don't see him getting gassed for at least 10 minutes.
That's right.
He can tag out
10 minutes.
Besides, half the time he's just laying on the mat because he's getting his ass beat anyway.
Makabe was blown up immediately. We don't see wrestlers get actually blown up. Like, okay, so that term gets thrown around a lot, right? When you're when a wrestler gets blown up, that means he can't do anything. He is done. Like somebody really blown up, they're done. We have to figure this out. We have to get out of this. That's what getting blown up is the guy's so exhausted. We've all been there. We've all run so hard we had to throw up or something like that. It's that. That's where they're at. So they can't do anything else.
Dude,
so
gone is the day where they're fucking pretending to be fucked after 45 minutes doing booyah spots and they're fucking stumbling around. Fucking hell. Dude.
Doesn't happen very often, so.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Tanahashi should have taken this victory lap like last year.
Yeah.
I'll just say, despite the finish of the main event, that was the worst match on the card.
By far.
That one.
Worst match in New Japan in a long time. And I don't fucking terrible. Either, so.
Yeah, no, it was awful. But I laughed my fucking ass off the whole time, so I enjoyed myself. So I was still thoroughly sports entertained.
You know, the crowd seemed sad though. You know what I mean? They didn't seem happy about it. They were just like, oh, well, I paid for this. Oh.
Fucking, they put Despy and Akira on the pre-show for this?
All
right. Well,
it gets better from here though.
So the show, excuse me, officially starts here. It's fucking Driller Maloney versus Shingo. And Driller comes out. Clark Connors is with him. And what's Clark do? He gets his ass right on commentary. And he stays there for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely fantastic.
So good. So, and he acts like it's like just an idea to, oh, hey, I'll just join you for commentary. And then after this match, he's like, that was kind of fun. I'm going to stick around. It's like just simple things like that make a huge difference. And like him and Walker are great.
And look, I like a bit of Jeff Cobb on the commentary, but he ain't watching stuff, you can tell. Whereas Clark Connors knows what's going on in pretty much all the matches and everything. So that adds to the commentary as well. And he knows he has a bit of confidence in going, hey, Walker, shut up. I wasn't listening, at various points. So this is I've been excited for this match. And this is a never match. What do you do when you start a never match? Fucking charge. So they start charging each other. And the War Dogs are over. And you could say, well, Luke, yeah, duh. But no. It's not just Gabe Kidd. It's bleeding over to the others. Except for maybe the Sonata, except for maybe Sonata, Ishimori, Gato, and Finley. It's kind of bled over to Gabe Kidd and his two boys, Driller Maloney and Clark Connors. And you see that here because, the crowd loves Shingo. Everyone loves Shingo. The crowd's also barking. So it's pretty much
it's like half and half, man. It's like it's half and half, but some of the half is bleeding over. So it's not the same half. So it comes from a different direction. It's kind of interesting when you listen to it on the
and like a couple times, maybe some of their previews, we saw some things that are like, oh, you might need to kind of tighten it up or maybe something like that. Man, it all led to this. These guys have awesome chemistry. And one of the things I'm really loving is Driller not falling for Shingo's fake outs. And he knows there's more than one fake out. He'll go for the double fake out. Nah, not falling for it. I fucking love that. And then he uses those to his advantage. It's freaking awesome. Dude, Shingo's gonna make everyone look good and be generous as well. But oh man, Drilla's great in this. Remember when we man, I feel matches like this make me feel even more bad at how we reacted to him when he first came to New Japan. But
he didn't do anything, and he was injured. So
yeah, we didn't realize he did all the best of Super
fault.
Juniors fucked up. He hit it quite well, I guess. But man, this is just awesome. They trade Germans as well. I'm like, oh, this is my shit. Driller is fucking Shingo up on the outside as well, and Shingo hits Driller hard. Oh, but Driller fires back with kicks, and then he does it. This one thing we've been fucking building to this whole tour. He hits a Made in Japan, and guess what? It looks pretty good too. You know, does it?
He stalls it too, and before that, he had powered up after he goes for the Driller Killer no Shigami. And then Dan Maloney's like, no, fuck that, and just gets right up and hits the Made in Japan. I was like, yeah.
You want to put over in this match? This is all about putting Driller over everyone. Spoiler alert. So to do that, you got to show off his strength, and to do that, maybe I watched the comments for this as well. The gatekeeper they called Shingo. To get to the heavies. That's what he is. So. This is fucking awesome. This is one of those matches, by the way, where I wouldn't be disappointed if Shingo won. Maybe a little, because I love Shingo, but I want a Driller to win.
Yeah.
And Shingo's my favorite. Oh my god, that made Japan though. That spot was awesome. Crowd goes nuts for that too. Driller is hit with a catapult that I don't hate as well. So and he's not. He might be a little far away, so he kind of stumbles and kind of trips forward. So I was like, all right, I'm allowed. I've liked everything else in this match. Fuck it. I'll overlook the catapult. Driller flies. Man, there's a Made in Japan now by Shingo, and the landing is fucking crunch. The landing is awesome.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to do when someone steals your move. When you do it back, you want that extra stank on it. And Shingo's got that. There's a sliding lariat, but Driller's up at 1. And then a pumping bomb. Driller fucking manhandles Shingo, right, in the air. And then has him facing the wrong way for the Driller Killer. So fucking up, twist him around, down, Driller Killer, boom. Clark's in the background going fucking nuts. 1, 2, 3. Driller Maloney pins Shingo Takagi Shingo, sorry. And I love this match. It was never I think Driller knew he had to kind of fucking put out a fucking banger too. Shingo's always going to do that, man.
Well, I know we're
Driller
going to talk
stepped up
about
to the
this
spot
later.
that they want to put him in, man. If he
Yes.
he stepped up for it, I loved it. Oh, this match is great.
He's now a heavyweight, and Connor says that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's also in the New Japan Cup, and guess who his first match is against? It's Ishii, right? So we are setting this guy up, and that's fantastic. So he'll probably beat Ishii. I'm not gonna be mad. That's gonna be great. And so
you're setting him up to be a tough motherfucker.
You got it. And so
Love that.
You talked about how we didn't really like him that much when he first came in because he was trying to be a junior. Now he's not. Look how awesome he is. This is what he excels at, right? And maybe he knew that all along, but New Japan, they do this stuff slow, right? So, we're finally getting there with him where he's moving on to this next level. And I mean, this was a perfect match. This match was not as good as, but it reminded me a lot, like pace-wise and just what happened in the match of Jeff Cobb versus Shingo from Wrestle Kingdom. It was very similar. I mean, those Shingo's matches are all kind of the same that way, but this one had that same feel about it a little bit where it was like, there's no nonsense going on here. This is a juniors match, basically, but it's the heavyweight style. And so, all the moves are heavyweight moves, but they were running through everything. And it was great. I love that. That was perfect. It reminded me of like a main event on a G1 night, random night 13 of G1, climax 36. And it's this,
We need to put Driller up over to put him into the heavyweights. We've got 12 minutes. Shingo can do that. Let's go.
Yeah. And the finish being a feat of strength, there were several feats
Absolutely.
of strength for him in this match that got him over. So I love that. Now, next week we have to talk about another match that is a strange match. All right, it's Great-O-Khan versus Shota Umino. We've been kind of like not high on this, right? So, and we were concerned. We thought for sure Great-O-Khan is losing this match, right? What's the point of having this if Great-O-Khan's winning? Which I guess we're gonna find out. So Great-O-Khan, he has scissors and clippers, and Connors decides to stick around on commentary. He's like, you know what? I'll watch this match too. Let's hang out, which is fun. And these two get into a hot start. Shota hits a drop kick on Great-O-Khan and gets booed heavily. And that's the first time, right? He didn't get booed during his entrance that much. But every time he does anything on offense, the crowd boos the shit out of him. And Connors is laughing. He thinks it's the funniest thing ever. It's great. He's like, hey, I like this crowd. These guys are great. So that was really fun. Now, it's kind of like, that Bizarro World thing that they always talk about, right? Where the good guys getting booed. And Osaka is like holding on to that. There was a time, Luke, not that long ago, where there was zero booing at any New Japan show ever. Like, meaning no one booed ever. I mean, Suzuki running around the crowd with a chair, beating people up while Lance Archer and Killer Elite are, slamming people in the and all that shit. Nobody booed. They just went silent. Now they boo, and not only do they boo the fucking shit out of Shota Umino.
Dude, do you reckon House of Torture made it okay to boo in New Japan? Like, I mean, that in a good way.
Yes, absolutely.
Because that's what they're going for. They don't want you to cheer them at all. They don't want you to respect them. That's what they're going. They want you to think they're fucking absolute jerk off douchebags, and the crowd's booing them. And yeah, I like it. And that means that also they're not fully uninterested as well, because if they really don't like at least they're booing you, Shooter. They could be silent, and that's fucking worse.
Well, what? In Japan, it might be the other way around in this case.
Really?
But maybe okay. Yeah. So you're saying booing is kind of an endorsement, and I would agree with you. This case, I don't know.
Yeah, you might be right.
It's like they're booing his booking. You know what I mean? They're booing like the force behind him, not necessarily him. Kind of. It's like that. I don't know. It's weird, right?
It's complicated. What this night cements for me, and we've probably talked about it though, but this night cemented it for me that this is New Japan taking steps to put all these new or newish young guys over, or put them into positions in some way. And what we've seen over time is, all right, Yota Tsuji's in LIJ. Oh, good. It's worked. Let's keep it going. Gabriel Kidd in the Bullet Club. That's worked. Great. Oh, shit. What we're doing with you is not working. All right. Shave his head. Put him with Taichi in the group.
Yeah.
Ren Narita's not winning the hearts, being the son of Strong Style.
Yeah.
So have him betray people, turn him heel, put him in a house of torture. Now look, he's fucking great in that role. Shooter's not working. What do we do? This is what we do right here. And now we can take him away, tune him up, bring him back, and he might not, be something different. So they want all these people to succeed, and when it's not, they're young enough that they can. And put it this way: this is what happened to Naito. They booed Naito.
Sure.
He wasn't like a big star when he came back from the big star they wanted him to be when he came back from Excursion. Well, they tried to push him that way, but the crowd was like, nah, we want this Okada guy, all this kind of stuff. He had to go away and come back again, and all this kind of stuff. So it happens. And yeah.
Well, I just want to put you over, Luke, because that was good New Japan podcasting.
Man, I love the show.
And I mean, maybe the internet doesn't like us very much, but I like you. So that was really good.
Thanks. I like you.
Anyway, so that was fun. So anyway, they're booing the faces. It's hilarious. And we get a butterfly suplex into the plastic guardrail from Great-O-Khan, and Kenta Sato is so mad. He's so pissed off. Kenta Sato, kind of like him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't want him to take Marty's spot, but I kind of like him. Look, he's pretty awesome.
Marty Asami's up here.
Yeah.
Kenta Sato's under him, and then maybe lower it down. But
he's
a distant second. Yeah. And then maybe like Sakamoto, and then fucking red shoes.
Yeah, red
Yeah.
shoes is last, but a bunch of Mongolian, just like Shooter. So, bunch of Mongolian chops from Great Khan. He carries Shota to the ring, right? And this buries Shota Umino a little bit because he just picks him up like a baby and just kind of throws him in the ring, and it's. I don't know if I like that very much. Like, I don't care who the wrestler is. Don't do that. You know what I mean? That was kind of weird. So, anyway, arm drags and monkey flips from Great Khan, and he's nonchalantly going through his offense. He doesn't care. It's wild, man. So he throws Shooter all over the place. There's a high angle exploder from Shota Umino. Boo! Ignition. Keys in the ignition. He gets it. Boo! Big lariat from Great Khan, but Shota gets a DDT for a double down.
Andy's might be I don't know. He's not slightly exaggerating. Like Great
awesome.
Khan had to bring in scissors to get heat, and then the match happens, and boom!
Yes, it's great. So Shota gets the quasi Death Rider thing for 2. Boo! Then he starts blasting. Okay, so Great Khan. Then he hits All for One, which is that's a move that. One of my buddies that's right here used to do, you know, one of the Shovel Boys, Taggart. It's basically a Chris Hero move. It's the fucking elbow right to the back of the neck. He hits that on Shota Umino, and I was happy to see that. He doesn't hit that very often. And he's okay, so where am I at here? I'm sorry. This is great. So he hits All for One. Then he starts blasting Shota in the back of the head, right? Shota's dead. He's dead. Right? Kenta Sato might want to call the match, but he can't because the fans want the finish and they will kill him. So, face plant move for 2 from Great Khan. Death Riders countered by a Northern Lights suplex from Great Khan, and that was fucking dope. That was the coolest spot in the match. That was awesome. Sheep Killer, right? And then fucking Flatliner Eliminator. Great Khan wins, but he doesn't just win. He wins decisively. He beats the shit out of Shota Umino. Shota Umino is shamed. Luke, what happens next?
So Great Khan brings in the hair clippers. The shears, man. He's gonna do the hair, and Shooter just takes it off him, and the crowd fucking gasps because Shooter starts shaving his own head. There you go. Wow.
That's the same thing that happened with Yuya Uemura, though, right? Exact same thing, but it worked. So.
Yeah. I don't mind. And it, hair's still a big deal whether you do it once or twice in Japan. So,
that's true.
He shaved his head. He's serious, man. Like he's serious about
what you think of the match.
I loved it because it's funny. This is one of those matches I wasn't really enjoying the build up to. And then the match happens and it does something that I didn't expect. Yeah, Shooter does some pretty cool offense in this match. But 80% of the offense in this match is Great Khan just beating his fucking ass up. I haven't seen Great Khan beat someone up like this unless he's fighting a young lion or something.
Yeah.
That was a fucking beatdown. This was a statement. This was a fucking... By the way, it also makes Great Khan look good at the same time. Hey, win-win. Right? This does wonders for Great Khan. I made this guy fucking piss off and totally change his gimmick. I'm the fucking man.
Seems like the old classic punishment match too. I've been at a show before where I know backstage something happened to a guy. He kind of did something wrong, and he crossed some line, one of those invisible lines in the locker room, and you see him in a match with one of the enforcers on the roster, and they just beat the fuck out of him, and they get nothing. And it's like, somebody, it was like a punishment match.
Some of those Acolytes matches mean something a whole lot different when you find out a lot of the stories that happened around the time. Wow, Acolytes really beat those dudes up. You find out 10, 20 years later, Acolytes really beat those guys up.
There's those guys on every roster, right? And it would not surprise me that Great Khan is one of those guys.
Yeah. So. Shooter was getting the kind of booing and booking that just like those times when you'd watch a John Cena main event and he's supposed to be the baby face and they booed him all match,
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only ones who liked him were the kids and the babies. Yeah.
That's right. Just like Shota Umino, babies. It's so funny. You go to a WWE show and it's like, let's go see Cena sucks. You know, it's like clear who likes John Cena. You know?
Oh yeah. By the way, since I know you just spoke, but you know this has been a
would you like
storyline
me
you've
to
really
go?
enjoyed. Do you want to do Taichi Sonata?
You know what? Why don't I do that? I'll handle this one for you, Luke. I know
Fuck
it would
yeah.
have been a chore, but
Definitely
this is
not.
awesome. It's awesome. So it's Taichi versus Sonata. Holy shit! At least tell us about Sonata's ring gear. What is happening? He heard us and it was like, "What's that?" No, he's like, I wasn't even done yet.
Dude, Sonata comes out with this vest that has different colored like speakers on it, and they're like shoulder pad speakers and stuff too. And then they different lights and they're flashing. His themes coming out of them and stuff. And he's carrying a guitar. And I wrote to you, this guy Sonata looks like anime Jeff Jarrett right now.
Yeah,
And,
but like S tier, you know, like up the tier, whatever. You know how they evolve in the animes. You know,
I say like he's been in a few factions now, and he's done a few different things. This, I don't know. There's something about putting him with Ishimori that's kind of fucking all right. He might not be the most facially expressive person, but he's doing shit. I don't know. I find him interesting right now. I roller coaster with this man.
You know why?
Yeah, it's the Taichi factor, baby.
Taichi, yeah. Whenever he's around Taichi, it's
when
awesome.
are we not invested in a Taichi feud?
Right. It's the way it works, man. And
yeah,
you know, the first time I really loved Sonata and thought he was awesome was when he was tagging with Naito and they were feuding with Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. So
yeah,
you know, it's like
fucking great.
It's great. Anyway, okay, so this match happens, and like Sonata has that crazy new jacket. It's amazing. Some of the little boxes look kind of like guitar pedals.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was interested in that.
You
had my eye. I was like, oh, can I buy that on eBay or what? Where can I get that? So, anyway, it's really funny. And Ishimori's with Sonata, and Taka's out with Taichi. So we have the two counterparts, and immediately Sonata hits a plancha on Taichi before he can even get in the ring, and the crowd's like, "Fuck that!" And immediately, let's go Taichi chants. I mean, like as soon as Sonata's like arm came down and touched Taichi, let's go Taichi, just grumbling through the place. It's awesome, man. He dodges guitar attacks, and then he picks up the guitar. But Taichi's a good guy, man, and he throws the guitar away. You know, he's mega babyface. He's not just regular babyface. He's mega babyface. And, you know, just like Rowdy Piper, who chose not to, you know, hit Bret Hart, or was it the other way around, with the bell, you know, that's the person that lost. So that's what happens. But anyway, they fight on the outside. Still no bell, you know, and Walker very interested in the bell. You know, he's always talking about the bell, which I find, because I listen for that too. I've been to indie shows where they never rang the bell, and then we like talked about it on a podcast later. They were like, "Yeah, man, somebody got yelled at over that." So it's fun. Anyway, Taichi throws Kenta Sato on the ground. You're not gonna stop me from beating this guy up. And he hits Sonata with a chair. And Connors can't believe this is happening to his dog for real. Taka makes Taichi fight fair. You know, no, we're not going to do this. You know, he's the voice of reason, which is hilarious. Canadian low blow there from Sonata as he's trying to get in the ring. And then they have a match. And it's great. And Taichi gets his revenge when opportunity presents itself, right? So the pants eventually come off. Sonata gets a low blow, though, after a ref distraction. Shining Wizard. It's not very shiny. It's kind of crusty, honestly. Crusty Wizard. And Crusty Acolyte. Not a wizard. That's like the lower level, you know, just to bring that one back. And the moonsault for 2 from Sonata. He tries the dead drop, but big elbow, like fucking in a Gamaguri for a double down from Taichi. I love it. And then a fake low blow attempt is foiled, right? It's from Sonata. Kenta Sato won't call for the bell. He knows. Taichi does one of his own, though, behind the ref. That was great. Gato clutch. Should have been the finish. Right there. That's it. That's all you need. No. Sonata kicks out. Axe bomber. Dangerous suplex with the bridge for 2. Pop-up low blow from Sonata, though, after another ref distraction, and he hits a dead drop. Sonata wins. And Ishimori kicks Taka's ass after the match. And he holds Taichi for a guitar shot. But tell us about the match, and then we'll talk about what happens next.
I love this match.
It's awesome.
And both these guys have got amazing chemistry. This is a feud I've been really enjoying, even if sometimes the only thing I've gotten tired of is just Taka loses, finish. Taka loses, finish. So when they mixed it up with a few DQs and stuff, I'm like, yeah, probably, that's a little better, And hey, can't Gato take a couple of these losses as well? Like, it's fucking Gato.
Where's he at? Yeah.
He's probably trying to have some talks with David Finley, trying to get him to come back or something.
I bet you Gato would have been involved, but there was only just 2 guys.
That's right.
So that's the problem, right?
By the way, Finley, you might want to decide to make your move and come back or not, because I'm starting to think maybe the War Dogs don't need you.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that someone from the War Dogs is going to end up feuding with Finley very soon. Just an idea, but we'll see.
Ooh,
so anyway,
this match is great, man. These guys have awesome chemistry. I think this is probably now going to be in my list of marquee matches for me when it comes to Sonata.
Yeah,
Zack Sabre Jr. is another one of those guys. Yano for me as well.
Yano's great, man.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff. I like his matches with Evil as well. So yeah, this was just really cool. And yeah, I was disappointed. Sure, that Taichi lost. We both were. Clark laughing his ass off at the Taka Taichi beatdown as well. And then you and I messaging each other, both pretty quickly, like, someone's got to save them, right?
Yeah.
Someone.
They need a guy.
Look, were we disappointed that it was you or Amora? No.
No.
But were we disappointed that it wasn't Doki? Yeah, of course.
It's gonna be a while. Doki's gonna when he comes back, it's gonna be a much bigger deal than just saving Taichi. I love Taichi, but it's gonna be a much bigger deal.
Yeah.
So, I promise.
Oh, he's coming out to challenge the champ or something because he never lost the title. So yeah,
IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Oh yeah, at the Dome, baby. So yeah, they're getting a beat down, and of course, it's the night for this. Yuya Uemura makes his return. He makes the save, and the feud, it looks like, going forward, or the first round of the New Japan Cup, will be Sonata versus Yuya Uemura. And some of these matches you'll see on the New Japan Cup listing, they look like they might be just, they're more than just an elimination in the tournament. Like, some of these feuds I think might carry over for a bit too. So, no matter who wins Gabe Red Narita, I think Gabe Red Narita is probably going to continue somehow.
Well, I think that this was cool too, because we didn't talk about it yet, but Yuya got a massive crowd reaction. I mean,
dude,
it was maybe one of the biggest pops in. Well, it wasn't.
The dude broke his arm having a fucking amazing match with Yota Tsuji.
That's true, man.
Dude,
yeah.
Remember that shit?
That was awesome. Fuck, he was just hitting his stride too in the G1. It was it's wild how guys get in the G1 and they're not warmed up yet. 10 matches in, they're like, all right, now I'm ready to go. Now my body, I can't feel my body anymore because all my nerves are broken. It's now I'm ready. But that was awesome. We needed another guy. We got another guy. Huge reaction. Sonata mugs for the camera on his way out like a dickhead, and Yuya helps Taichi up, and they hug, and I cried.
Yeah. Oh, there's another guy around. Yay. Oh, man. Yeah, we're happy. There's some more numbers. Taka might not have to job as much in the future. We can have Yuya Uemura scoring some wins on Gato for the next month or so. I'm all right with that. Next, we have a match where I didn't think the challengers had any chance of winning, and good, because that's what I wanted to happen. So I had a really, really good time. This match is Yo and Rocky Romero versus Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita. They're both walked out with Hartley Jackson's with them too. So yeah.
Payday.
So he's around pretty much all the time now. Loving it. Yep. I like him more than Teets too. So yeah.
Sorry, Teets. You're just a name, brother.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Might get a little loose tonight. Might get loose, If we haven't been loose already, it might get looser later. We'll see.
I'm wondering if you're going to have your best of the Super Junior finals moment or something. Is that when I got fucking...
No. I mean,
Smash.
that's when you get really drunk. Remember that time we tried to watch the Great-O-Khan movie and you got real drunk that time too? That
Yeah.
was hilarious. That was good times.
We never did it again, which is such a shame because I don't get drunk anymore, Mr. Guy. And it's one of the reasons I weigh under 80 kilos now. I stop fucking drinking all the time.
I still do it every once in a while, especially when Goto wins the title.
I'll stop at like 2 now.
I
Yeah.
mean,
If it's a Friday night or Saturday night, that's well, maybe 3. But like, I'm saying like I still drink every day. But no, if I have one, have a drink. I mean,
I still drink every day, but I mean,
No.
it's like.
But if I do have a drink, it's usually a couple cans or something, or a beer or 2 or something. Nothing too serious. So we can always watch a film together.
Just like this match, nothing too serious. You know what I mean?
That's right. I do like that Robbie and Clark Connors tell each other to get fucked before the match starts. So that's funny. That's really nice. And this match is, excuse me, everything and the kitchen sink. This is all right. 4 juniors. We got 10 minutes. Let's get all our fucking shit in. Awesome. And there is a 4-way spot in this match where all the guys could have collided against each other in some kind of bad way. They managed to not do that. And it still kind of comes across as them pulling it all off somehow.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, guys, all 4 of you. I'm like, respect. That was pretty cool.
Good wrestling in this match. Very good wrestling.
So
even Yo, very good wrestling.
Robbie does a move that looks good. In fact, it looks too good, and we don't like it because it looks awesome, but it also looks like this motherfucker might have killed himself. And it's when Robbie will jump through the ropes or over the ropes and go legs first, but his legs will go into or through the railing and stuff. Dude, yes, Robbie Eagles, you look awesome when you do that move. Fucking fantastic. Please do not hurt yourself.
So he goes through the ropes, right? So if you're watching on YouTube, he goes through the ropes. This is the edge of the ring. He goes through. So he's lower. So that means he has no, he can't go down angle-wise. He has to, get enough to clear it, which means he has to go right leg first onto the guardrail. Now, if he went over the ropes, he could get that angle. And that's what guys normally do, is go over, you see. But he's like, fuck that, Canada forever, right through.
He's a sniper of the skies, man. He's coming like a fucking bullet.
He's going to do what he's going to do. But I don't like it because it's like, brother, your legs. You need those to do the flip. Shit. Come on.
By the way, this is a really good tag team match. I'm really enjoying it. There's lots of fun near falls and saves. It's fucking good stuff. And what I like most is this is what I said. Goes back to what I've said earlier. They want to put all these young guys over or put them in some really good positions. You don't need to put Robbie Eagles over. He's a fucking pro.
He's over. He's already over. Right? Yeah, he's getting other guys over.
Yeah. So the finish is exactly, and so I think Rocky knows his job too, man. Because Rocky makes Vegeta look fucking awesome in all that kind of stuff, and then he gets hit with the abandoned hope. And 1, 2, 3, press life for Vegeta pins Rocky Romero, and the champs retain, which I'm very, very happy with. And there is a note on the top of my New Beginning Road to / New Beginning show. That is the first thing I wrote. And it was something we talked about before the show started, and it was, where is Robbie X? So what do you think of it?
We did talk about that a few episodes ago, right? We were like, where's that guy at? Remember that? He showed up for nothing. He was in the juniors tag league. That's what he was in, right?
Yeah. So after the match, Ishimori comes out, and Clark's kind of surprised by this. So I'm like, okay, are we moving Clark up into the single juniors for a little bit and giving Ishimori other things to do? Maybe? Or are we doing something else with Clark Connors and the War Dogs? Because it seems to be the way we're going. I don't know. We don't know. We'll get, and we don't know after this show, but there's more we haven't spoken about yet as well, because he's confused. But Ishimori's like, hey, I'm next, and I got someone who's coming with me, and it's going to be Robbie X. Yay, he's back. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, Robbie X coming back. Ishimori's a prick.
Dude.
I don't like him. He's pretty awesome.
By the way, can I just mention something that's in the New Japan Cup that I'm really excited for?
Please.
Callum Newman's back and he's wrestling Naito.
Yeah. Oh, and he's gonna beat him again. Remember, he beat him last year. That would be awesome. He's gotta beat him again. That would be tremendous. Give Naito the tournament off. Okay, I dig it. Now Naito's. Well, we'll get to that. Naito might be a certain champion. Callum Newman tagging with who? Not JAY. Please.
Oh, dude.
Please, God, let it not be them. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Next, Luke, we have the greatest match ever. It is the Never title match. And Luke, we'll talk about a wrestler later that cannot do what Takeshita does in this match and another match that he had with Mr. Bars, who is his challenger. It's like this thing. So there's something a wrestler, especially a champion or a top guy, has to have this like skill. And the skill is you bring someone like who's lower than you, like skill-wise, experience, whatever, and you bring them up to, your level. Or even better, you bring them up to some other level that we're not expecting, right? And like the best wrestlers are the guys that can do that. They're the ones that you want as a champion. They're the, I know he's a piece of shit, but like that was Ric Flair's like thing. He can have a great match with anybody. Arn Anderson and these guys, you put the title on them and then they make every match look believable. So, Takeshita is the Never champion, and my God, he's been a good one. This is like another notch in that belt, right?
Been dying for a Never champ to be booked like this for a while.
But not just booked like this,
but yeah,
booked versus guy. Well, we'll talk about it. Okay. Like the skill involved here is what I just wanted to set up that we're going to discuss in this match is that skill, because Takeshita has it. And he has it in a way that's like, this guy is special. And among special wrestlers, he's special, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So we got, Boltin Oleg versus Takeshita. Marty is fucking in the house. And I'm like, So Bars, he gets the first knockdown. They're doing the, Never shit. They're hitting the ropes. They're doing the shoulder tackles. And he's the one who gets the first, like, knockdown, right? And Takeshita, it's like he takes a powder because he does the Jay White thing. The Jay White thing was always to take a powder to put the guy over. I got to rethink this. Let me go out to the crowd. So he does that. It's awesome. So Bars wants to fight on the outside, but he doesn't know how to do that. We've talked about that before with him. He tries to fight people on the outside, and like, brother, you don't do that. Get in the ring. So he charges charges Takeshita. Takeshita moves out of the ring, and he takes a tremendous bump, shoulder first, into the ring post. That was a legit, it wasn't a bump. It was just, I just run as fast as I can.
Boltin Oleg ate that, and it looked amazing. Yeah, I just said that.
Takeshita smells blood in the water, right? So he throws him into the ring post again, and another tremendous bump that sends Bars, who's a large man, sends him flying, like bouncing away.
Crowd goes nuts, man.
Like, okay, I love it. So both those ring post bumps were awesome. We get let's see here, top rope superplex, and Marty has to jump in the air to avoid the rattling boards so that his poor little legs don't get shattered into dust, And man, he looked like fucking Michael Jordan. It was amazing. So,
dude, he jumped up so high you can just put the Toyota logo up. Oh, what a feeling!
I don't have anything written down as to why, but Clark Connors is awesome on this match. This match is worth going back and checking out again. I might do that because I want to refresh myself on some of the stuff, because Clark is awesome here. Bars hits a crazy front suplex and the body sausage for 2. They do running lariat battle, and the crowd goes bonkers when Boltin does the Boltin shake on Takeshita. And I'm calling it the right move, the right name, because respect. It looks crazy because he is big, but he's not tall. And Takeshita is big and tall. So he's flipping him around. It looks absolutely insane. I love it. So he has lots of feats of strength in this match, and that's another big thing to put him over, just like Dan Baloney earlier. Yeah. So, the surprise Blue Thunder Bomb, and for a very, very good near fall, the kick out was excellent. Like it was the best kick out I've ever seen Bars do ever. It's amazing. So
if anyone's waiting for me to jump in and rag on Boltin Oleg, I'm not doing it. Special rules.
Because we'll talk about why. So these guys, they meet in the middle of the ring, right? And it's time to throw hands. So they hold hands and then get in a big strike battle, and the crowd like gasps when they hold hands. They're like, I can't believe they're doing this. Takeshita goes down first, but then he hits his giant elbow. Bars hits another though, and you can't for 2. Huge lariat for a 0 count from Takeshita though. He hits another one for a 2 count. Huge elbow, and Takeshita locks in a front face lock, right? Bars struggles to get out, in a bunch of cool ways. The front face lock, by the way, one of the most basic moves in pro wrestling, and it's a huge spot in this match. It's a high spot. It's awesome.
In a Makabe match, could be a rest hold.
Yes.
They ain't resting, man.
No.
Well, I mean, they might be, but you know what I mean.
This is the end. They're not. This is the end of the match. They're building to this big spot where fucking Takeshita just picks him up, Falcon Arrow, gets the win. It's fantastic, and it's the epitome of putting a guy over in a loss. It's like what I was talking about when I first started talking about this match was the skill to bring another one up to your level. So he did that, but not only did Takeshita do that, but he brought them to a level that I'm sure that he's been to, but Boltin Oleg has never been to. And I thought
he just showed Oleg what's possible, man.
Yeah, a masterful performance, and Boltin Oleg held his own. That match is awesome. Loved it.
Like, usually I'll have a note that Oleg Glass doesn't know what to fucking do. I don't have that note in this match, and oh my god, I couldn't believe the shit I was writing to you. This match is amazing. Oh my god, why can't we get Oleg like this all the time? And then when he does the "you can't" and Takeshita kicked out, I remember like writing to you. I was like, I thought the match was over, and I was kind of okay with it. Like, I can't believe that I've ragged on this man for ages, and now here I am being like, you know what? Yeah, all right, I can see you with the Never title. All right, yeah. So, yeah, no, this match was fucking awesome, which is all right. So I want my Never Not title matches to be awesome. Done. Whether I love Boltin Oleg or not, this match I do. This is another thing of like, he's a kind of a new up and coming guy. New Japan showcasing him, and they're doing that even though he just lost. See? So they're doing this in a way that's making some of these guys look amazing, even if they're losing. Like,
I think Takeshita is one of my favorite Never champions ever.
Dude, this fucking run is amazing.
This is really smart. Putting the belt on him was a good idea. And who's he going to put over next? In a loss, in a win, whatever. They're both getting over.
Yeah. No.
Well,
this is exactly what we want for our Never title, isn't it? Like,
well, I was just going to say, the next guy comes out and challenges. Ryu Aiwa comes out, and he's like, I'd like to get over. And he comes out, and he is young Tanahashi in this moment, man. Like, you watch it again, he's young Tanahashi, and I don't think I've ever saw that in him. I always saw that in Shota Umino, but no, it's this guy. He is the young Tanahashi. It's awesome, man.
Dude,
awesome.
It's really cool because as soon as a Never Open title match has concluded, the burning question in my soul is who's next? Who's going to be the next for the go for that title? Ewa comes out, and I'm like, yep, they're getting their ducks in a row tonight. They know what they're doing with these boys. And because like I see that, and I'm like, oh, hook this shit up to my veins already. Yes, please. Let's do it.
That was great.
Yeah.
The Never title's in a position it hasn't been in, I'm not going to say for a long time, but like in a way that I'm excited about everything that's going on. Sometimes when it's just Shingo versus Ishii or whatever, I love that. But like, it's not super exciting, as far as like I'm fired up for it. I'm just giving that as an example of a classic New Japan, strong style thing. But at the same time, like this guy, I want to see who he wrestles next, and I want to see what happens.
Yeah, this is a guy, like he's got an AEW title as well at the moment. But it's a guy who's like, sometimes you just know, like that dude's going to be world champion.
Yeah.
Where? Yes, is the answer. Yeah.
He's got it, Yeah. Whatever it is, he's got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so love that match. Love Takeshita as champion. Match was so good, I was not mad at the thought of Oleg winning. So that's where we are. Fucking love New Japan.
It's a great show. I think
Yeah.
the whole thing will be great. We'll see.
Oh yeah, that's all right. So the next match is exactly what I wanted it and what I think it needed to be. It was really good. It's Hiromu Takahashi and Tetsuya Naito, the dream team, I guess. You two of your most over guys in the company, versus the Young Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson. Ref Chumpy's wrestling this match.
He's wrestling the match?
He's reffing
And they should let him
the match.
wrestle.
No, they should.
He wouldn't do very well.
Yeah.
He can bump.
Put a mask on him, call him Marty Mysterio. Let's go.
El Chumpo.
Oh, fuck yeah. That'd be, oh my God. He asked Bushi where he gets his mask from, but Bushi just gives him the fucking address to a shit one. Anyway.
Bushi doesn't know who he is. He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Get away from me.
Yeah. LIJ guys have their own bus. What are we talking about?
That's true.
It's a very tranquilo kind of start, taking their time, and they go for the handshakes. Oh, hey, Young Bucks, come on, man. Hey, everyone in wrestling, even if you're in LIJ, don't shake an LIJ member's hand.
Even if you're in. Fantastic. That's accurate.
I fucking love this match because Hiromu's got me in fucking stitches because he is absolutely obsessed with running at people and just doing crossbodies.
That's funny. And the Bucks are all about it, right? So they want to take
the Bucks
silly
love
bumps.
it.
Yeah.
They're all in for it because silly bumps, really cool kind of spot festy stuff. Hiromu's gonna fucking be all up for that too. So this is fucking fun. This is a really good match, and this is like, all right. So Gabriel Kidd didn't beat Kenny Omega, and he was repping New Japan and all that kind of stuff. Well, you got this match. You got Hiromu and Naito versus the Young Bucks, and it's New Japan getting some fans.
Stank heavyweight belts,
Yeah, but
no one wants them. So.
You put them on two guys that are willing to just not care about these titles and just have a fun time. I think you got a recipe for success.
This is good for those titles, definitely.
Yeah, and then it gives them something fun to do, and have them in interesting feuds without having to put both guys at the top. Because
that's the problem with those two guys. Is it's like they should.
If they're not wrestling at the top, what do you do with them?
Right.
How about we put them together? But one's a junior, one's a heavy. Shut up. But they've kind of gotten the crowd used to it by putting Hiromu over in all these various.
He's not just any junior either. He wrestled for the Never
Hiromu.
title. Remember that?
Yeah,
he wrestled Hanare for the Never title.
Match was awesome too. So this is awesome stuff. All sorts of spots and things that you'd expect. Naito's up for it as well. So it's just fucking fun. I think it's what you kind of needed between at least for me, between what essentially is two never open matches, because the next match is never as fuck. And so is Oleg Takeshita. So what do I need? I need four guys that just look like they're having the fucking greatest time wrestling each other. That's what this felt like. Like, these guys really had a great time, and I had a great time watching it as well. And I like the stuff with the ending with Destino and Hiromu. And Hiromu is now the first junior wrestler apparently to hold the IWGP tag title since 1987.
Yeah.
So there you go. This
Probably
was match.
Tiger Mask, right? Probably like Tiger Mask 2 or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
gotta be that, right? Yeah, I like this match a lot. It was fun. It was a bunch of fun junior shit. I like that the Young Bucks are tricky, but LIJ is very tricky. Yeah, so it's there's a lot. All the spots were that. All the spots were just hey, I'm gonna do this, but no, you can't do. It's like triple fake outs and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. also the first replay of the night was in this match when the Bucks did a
Mhm.
big dive at the beginning, and I was like, whoa, replay, you know. So that's big budget.
I like the Bucks in Japan. They're good.
Yeah, they're always great. I really,
I like
really
the Bucks
like their
wrestling. They always
feud.
do good matches. Yeah.
Their feud
Sorry, go.
with the you know, the best friends, which it was
Yeah.
before, you know, Roppongi 3K or 2K or whatever. It was the best friends. It was Beretta and Rocky Romero, and it's just like that feud was amazing. I love it. So anyway, we see Desperado after that match, and he is on commentary wearing a GCW shirt, and he is a mark for wearing that shirt. So sorry, that's just the way it is. Holy shit. Okay, Luke, this is not just a match that happens next. This is like an event. You know, this is I don't know what you call it. It's a epic tale.
What a lot of fans in Japan, or maybe around the world too, will get out of the main event, we got from this, I think. You know, the big feeling and emotion and stuff. We got it from this match, not the main event.
I agree with that. This is a big deal here, right? So it's Tsuji versus Gabe Kidd, right? And Red Shoes is here trying to get himself over. That's disappointing. But there's a big babyface entrance from Gabe Kidd. And I mean, big babyface entrance. It is awesome. They love both these guys, but man, it's, you know, it's definitely leaning one way a little bit, you know? So Tsuji's entrance is even better, though. And he gets a special like camera angle and stands in the shadow until he walks into the light. And it's like, it's super dope. His logo, like, it's like his logo. They're like creating that in real life, you know? It's fucking great. And he's wearing trunks, which with a belt, by the way. I always think it's funny when guys wear a belt with trunks, but he's wearing trunks, which is, you know, he's playing mind games with Gabe Kidd, you know? So, which I like that. So,
LIJ, anyway, man, he knows what to do.
So Tsuji puts his hair up to square up at the beginning of this. I don't know if you noticed that. Normally he has his hair down. He put it up. And all this kind of subtle shit going on in this match. So, and they both get a slap, and then it's on. Lockups, strikes. Tsuji has his hair up, like I said, in a man bun. R.I.P. Sean. And Tsuji tries a Rana, and Gabe Kidd cartwheels out of it and flips him off. And he's like, this is, you know, New Japan. We don't do cartwheels, and I chop you. So he chops Tsuji. And Tsuji doesn't respond well. So Gabe Kidd takes it to the floor, Exploder on the floor. They start fucking each other up on the outside with chops and unexpected kicks, by the way. But they get back in the ring. They hit each other very hard. And it builds like it builds the tension. They let the crowd kind of go nuts. They like stop at times. They know they do really good with the fucking timing.
They milk shit real well. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, man. This is something big happens here. So it's chops from both right and left. And this is why we have a New Japan podcast, because of this. Like what's going on during this match. That's why me and you became friends. That's why we like New Japan. It's this, like, right? So I love it so much. They use chops and tremendous selling to make the crowd pop over and over again. They just like build it up, boom, break it down. Build it up, and it's over and over again. It's really good. They get in these like super fast strike battles, and at the end, double down for a 2 count. And it makes me kind of emotional, this like part of the match. I don't know why. This match is like, it like is New Japan to me, you know? So, you know, Tsuji works a hold into a Brab at one point, and this is like that big moment. Right? So, and it's a long Brab. You know, and the crowd's going nuts.
They do the full Young Lion Brab spot, don't they? Oh yeah, and it's awesome. Yeah,
it's great. Gabe Kidd finally gets the rope break, and it's pro wrestling's at its best when it's all working, right? So you got even the guy taking the tickets was nice when he walked in, right? He walked in. The crowd is all on the same page. They know what they're seeing, right? The wrestlers are obviously in the zone. So is the people backstage, and so is the ref. It's like when all that's working together, that's when the magic happens, and it's right here. It's happening. You know, this whole, you know, match is that way. And so I was really just have to, you know, commentary, everybody. It's all great. And I just don't care about moves anymore. So jeans are about to get blasted. Gabe Kidd catches him, though, in a Cobra twist. It's like, wow. So Kid gets up first after a big double down, and Gabe Kid goes to the top rope. What's he doing? He tries some kind of like hanging hold. He's going to kill Tsuji like he promised to do. But instead, they have a headbutt fight. Tsuji tries a top rope Spanish fly, but Kid reverses it into a super botch. They do have a super botch, but he gets a lariat for 2. Big knee from Tsuji for a double down. And Gabe Kid is like, he's feigning. You know, he's fading, right? And Kid and Tsuji, they kind of like lose their cool, right? He starts screaming at Gabe Kid. Tsuji loses his cool. Sorry. He starts screaming at Gabe Kid, and there's a big bouye spot after that. Then they have a hockey slap fight. Tsuji hits the clothesline, jackknife powerbomb, which looked like awesome. And Tsuji tries to blast Gabe Kid right in his goddamn jeans, but he reverses it into a fucking awesome pile driver for a 2 count. I love that. So, and then this match kind of transcends what a pro wrestling match is at this point. We get this like huge double count out that happens at the end. I love that finish. I wanted a draw, and they fight a little after the match. It's very dramatic and fun, but I thought that was like some of the best wrestling I've ever seen. I loved it.
So, you know, when Charity got home, you know, I told her pretty much everything that happened at New Beginning except for because I wanted to watch this again, and also she loves Yota Tsuji. So there's a couple things here, like how many white guys get cheered? Oh, sorry, how many foreigners in New Japan get cheered? Putting on a Cobra Twist.
One, you know? Right? One.
Now, Zach, maybe now,
yeah,
but when he started doing it, he was probably in Suzuki-gun or something. So, like, you know, kids pulling that move out, and the crowd's like, we accept this.
We approve.
We allow it. And I said, Gabe gets some of the biggest cheers I've seen from a foreign guy. And I don't mean like a Bryan Danielson or Moxley or something like that, but you know what I mean. And dude, she's like, wow, even more than Jay White. And I'm like, Jay White never once tried to be a face in New Japan. He knew his job and he fucking stuck to it and he fucking crushed it. Whereas I don't know, something's happened here in a good way, in a kind of organic way that's made people kind of, I don't know what it's one of these things maybe you can't plan for or something. Something that's just fucking blossomed or boomed from out of fucking Gabe Kid, and we're all just like, yeah, we want it, we love it.
That's the deal, right? When you're like wrestling's all about improvisation, right? It's that perfect timing, that perfect moment. And so when you see it happening, you better fucking do it. Don't wait 2 years. You know what I mean? Don't wait 6 months. Don't wait for someone to get hurt. Go for it. And so that's what they're doing, and I love it. Because that's not all that happens with this match, too.
Yeah, because look, when this is what they're doing though. When something's not working with one of these guys, shuffle them around. That's what, and then they might click in the other position. Oh, great! Now we've got a spot for you, and it's working. And this is how we can push you and stuff like that. This just works for both these guys. This is Luke booking, by the way. Why can't everybody?
Yeah. Well, they both lost, unfortunately.
I know, but. And the crowd, I don't think, wanted either one of these guys to lose either. So this makes it even more the right call. They keep beating each other up for a little bit afterwards. This was magical. Dude, this match was so good. We could just go, mega major botch. Holy shit, that was a botch. And we don't even give a shit, man. Like that, we sure will mention it. It happened. But who cares?
Didn't matter.
They both land. They're safe. And they keep going like into the next thing, like pros. It's great.
They're also the young guys, so it's fine. You know what I mean? They're the now. They're like young guys that are now. So
look at the reaction they're getting, and look at the reaction Kid's getting. Wait, isn't Kid in a ruthless War Dogs like faction? But this guy's a fucking mega face. Dude, he's getting as much cheers as the homegrown Japanese guy. Like, this guy's, what do we do? What do we do? I know what you do. You send out House of Torture.
Beat the fuck out of him. Yes.
House of Torture comes out, and Evil's wearing a blank black tea for some reason. Didn't want to shill merch that time, but
Well,
you know,
are they in
he-
Bullet Club anymore?
yeah, that's right.
We don't know, you know.
I do. I watched the backstage
Oh, you
comments.
did?
And
Okay.
they had the subtitles. So, like, I wanted to hear because he said some shit to Gabe Kidd, and I was like, "What does this mean? This might be some stuff." All right. So they fake out Yoda Suji, and he gives him the everything is evil. So there's that. And they start beating him up again, and then fucking Evil. He's like, "Whoa! Who's this fucking Gabe Kidd guy over?" He pretty much gets on the mic, right? And he goes, just let me find it. He says, "Crap like you is in the way," and and then he goes on to proclaim that War Dogs are no longer a part of Bullet Club.
Okay. So War Dogs are turning face,
Yeah, Gabe Clark's like,
or just
even Walker's like, "You've got to save him. You got to save him." And you know the rules, commentary can't do
Right.
that, all that kind of stuff. So Clark stays there. He has to watch his buddy get beat up.
Hmm.
But Gabe Kidd, so this is what's setting up the first round of the New Japan Cup. But what I also think is you want Gabe to have the long tournament, but I think it more makes sense for Ren to win. We got a Ren Gabe Kidd feud. It's going to turn Gabe Kidd mega face. You know, that's where we're going. I think
he might be able to face Evil later, or David Finlay. Yeah. So there's also that. So is David Finlay face now? We'll see. Like this makes Bullet Club interesting, you know, and makes this whole War Dogs thing very interesting. And I gotta say, they've been planning this. They've had to have been planning this. There's like you can't just do this, right? So like part of this has been going on for a while, and the whole like Gabe Kidd babyface T-shirt that came out, his entrances. Remember, there was parts where the War Dogs were coming out and they were being dickheads, and he was being the nice guy. It's like it's been right in front of us. I love that. Now, do you think like my first thought was okay? So Gabe Kidd's gonna be tagging with Master Watto? But that's not what's going on here.
No.
Right? Thank goodness.
So this is awesome because Yoda, Suji, and Evil might wrestle in New Japan Cup 2, I think.
Yeah.
And, but this is awesome because I feel like these are probably more long-term feuds. And what the ending also does a few things, man. It brings Heist of Torture back. Here's who they're feuding against. Oh my God, I love it. And it lets us know that between Yoda Suji and Gabe Kidd, this ain't over. And they both know they're going to fucking catch up together again later on.
Yeah, definitely.
Really smart. Don't do this match again straight away. Mm-hmm. Do it G1, end of the year, Wrestle Kingdom, something.
Man,
Dominion.
G1, late in the G1, where it matters, you know?
Yeah. So, smart. Don't do this match again straight away. As much as I
love
want
the
them to
new
wrestle
beginning.
right now.
Like the new beginning's always
it is
good
a new
because
beginning.
we get all the new feuds and everything, and like that's what's happening here, and I love it. I love that guys are turning face and that we're getting factions that are being solidified, like just 4 guys. They're like, no, we're not breaking up. You know, we're still a thing. You get this going on. I love it, man.
Yeah. I don't know how long term the idea was, but they must have thought about this at least after Tanahashi crying after fucking that match at thing and Gabe Kidd's reaction. Just like, I think we've got to turn Gabe Kidd face.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Yeah. It might have been that they've been manipulating us the whole time, and that was the plan from the beginning. So you know, probably right.
But if it wasn't working, if Gabe wasn't getting these reactions, they probably wouldn't have done this. But since he is, they're like, all right, well, we plan for that too, which is the one you want more, right? Yeah,
we're marks. It's awesome.
Oh, dude, we love it. Yeah, well, we love it when our boys are getting over big time too. So
yeah, and that was the end of the show. I quit watching.
Yeah, look, that was. By the way, so before the main event starts, you and I, you mentioned this first, but I'm having a similar vibe, and that vibe is lots of shit has happened, lots of interesting shit, and lots of kind of you seeing all these different new directions and all these things that people are going in. So by the time the real main event finishes and this match starts, Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr., you and I have this feeling, and I don't think it left us the entire match. It didn't leave me the entire match. That Zack Sabre Jr. was absolutely losing this match. Absolutely losing.
If half the crowd had to get up in the ring and make it happen, that's how it was gonna happen, right? It's like this was the most hostile New Japan crowd I've seen ever. Like they were like since the 80s or 90s or whatever, when you see those crowds that are like getting attacked by Bruiser Brody and shit like that. It's like they are that hostile towards Zack Sabre Jr. in this match, and that like pro Goto. So clearly, they're all insane. They're all fucking crazy. And I
feel like you're taking crazy pills.
I don't understand why you would like Goto. I don't understand why you ever cheer for him, and I don't understand why people are happy that Goto is the champion. He's a feeble man. He likes saunas.
Look. We were honest. We went into the feud of Great Khan versus Shooter. Match turned out to be pretty damn good. Mind you, it went the way you and I would only write about it in a fantasy dream book of Great Khan just absolutely destroying Shooter. But, it turned out to be good. I'm going to say that this match is great. It's a very well wrestled back and forth match. Zack Sabre Jr. makes Goto look fucking awesome. Goto, unlike Makabe, doesn't get gassed in like 5 seconds. He can actually go a whole fucking match. Hey, at least Goto can go, right? And he's not unentertaining. He's just not. I just don't care. He's never been one of my guys. It's one of the things I both latched on to early. Like, we love never stuff. What about that Goto guy?
Yeah, I mean, he can have never matches, but here's the problem that I have with Goto. People always like, oh, well, you hate on Goto. I hate on Goto. Here it is. So, did you see what Takeshita did earlier in the show? You see how he brought someone else up to his level or even a level higher? Has Goto ever done that? Ever done that to anybody ever? I don't know. So, like, every time you think, what's your favorite Goto match? It's always Kenny Omega, Naito, fucking Zack Sabre Jr. You know what I mean? It's always some like guy that's like, one of the best wrestlers to ever do it. Now, and I mean, there are, many great matches like that. I love Okada versus Kenny Omega. They take themselves to this other level, right? But I mean, I'm just saying, I like Goto.
I think Goto's got the title to tick the box that Goto's had the title.
Yes, correct. And so he can retire and go away. Finally go to bed. But also my whole theory about how Tanahashi's got to get the title at some point. So this is a step in that direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And all right, you'd rather see Tana beat Goto for the title than probably the guy you want to book long term as a really credible guy for the fucking title, right?
The old guy,
maybe.
Well, they were like rivals or something, maybe.
Look, what happens is everyone is there is whatever Goto's fucking finish is called, GTO.
Nobody cares.
Get the fuck out, whatever. He hits it on Zack Sabre Jr. after a very awesome, thrilling match. 1, 2, 3. Hiroki Goto is the new champion. And as soon as the 3, I don't even think the 3 had finished being done yet when you'd already messaged me the sentence, I'm going to bed.
I was mad.
Yeah. And now, long-time listeners might know this about the show is usually the guy who does shit like this is me. So for once, it's Mr. Andy who's like, this is fucking bullshit.
It is bullshit.
And we both know that when one of our guys has the title, guess what's going to have to happen eventually? They're going to have to lose that title.
Sure.
And you and I said last episode, we know he has to lose the belt. Does he have to lose it to
Goto? To the old guy? Come on.
But you said with the Takeshita thing, Takeshita can elevate someone to his level. Well, Zack Sabre Jr. did that with Goto. Yeah. But I don't think they're going to, At least Goto versus Tanahashi is going to be a better match than fucking Makabe one. That was a disaster.
Well,
But
Goto is a he's qualified wrestler. He can wrestle a match. There's no doubt about it. I'm not saying that he can't wrestle. I'm not saying that he's not good at wrestling. I'm just saying that he's
you
not.
also mentioned that Walker had said that Tanahashi's first if Goto wins the title.
Yes, he did say
we were
that
like,
during the
uh-oh.
show. Yeah,
So,
that made me concerned.
yeah.
Gabe Kidd is awesome. He like turned face
Oh,
now.
dude.
That's so cool,
Yeah.
dude.
So talk for about a tick, and I'll be right back to talk about some New Japan Cup stuff.
Yeah. Well, so Goto won. So I blacked out, and I don't know much about that. What happened? I didn't, write down any moves or anything because I kind of blacked out. But I'm excited for what happens next, which is the New Japan Cup. So we did get the announcement of the New Japan Cup brackets, which, I'm not a big bracket guy. We don't do our bracketology episode every year, although that does come at the end of the year, at the best of end year whole deal. But we do have some interesting matchups in the New Japan Cup. The first one is Yota Tsuji versus Evil, which was set up by this whole situation that we had at New Beginning. And the winner of that faces David Finlay. I want Gabe Kidd versus David Finlay at some point, and he is in this like region. So there's he's not in the same region, but he's on the same side. So there's 4 regions of the New Japan Cup and then 2 sides. So anyway, next we have Yuya Uemura versus Sonata, and the winner of that will face Yoshihashi. Why does Yoshihashi get a bye? Because he's old? Is that the deal? I don't like Yoshihashi. That's pretty well established. But so I hope he loses the winner of Sonata versus Uemura. We're just discussing the New Japan Cup, Luke, and some of the matchups. And we were talking about Yuya Uemura versus Sonata, who the winner will face Yoshihashi. Yoshihashi gets a bye. First round bye.
That's because I can't believe I'm going to say this sentence. That's because he's friends with Goto.
Oh my God! It's like being friends with Naito.
But lamer. By the way,
lamer.
Goto got to celebrate with his kids after the match as well. And
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, I think the New Japan Cup looks great. We're getting some of those matches that were teased tonight, obviously. And also, not only... So yeah, but some of them also feel like they might be long-term feuds and stuff too.
So like Chase Owens versus Ryu Aiiwa, long-term feud.
No, not all of these, obviously, but
Oh.
I think there's some potential feuds being set up here. Like I really hope Great Khan beats El Fantasma in the first round.
Yeah,
Boom, TV title match. Let's go.
that would be great. Could you
Love
imagine how many of the disciplines will Great Khan use against ELP? A lot of them.
Exactly. Yeah. Hell yeah. We've got Driller versus Ishii. Come on, man.
Yeah. Driller's got to win, right? And I'm not going to be mad.
Nope. Me neither. And I love Ishii. He's one of my favorite wrestlers in the world. But he's in that same vein for me as Shingo. I like instantly a threat, but I can I love seeing them put guys over too because it tends to work.
I don't like who he has to face if he wins, though. Why? TJP is in the New Japan Cup.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, well. So I like, look, I see Bolton Oleg against Farley. I'm like, yeah, all right.
That'll be fun.
And I'm hoping he wins because after that Takeshita match, I want that Oleg Shingo match, please.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I mean, and think about that. Whether he faces Ishii, Drilla, or, well, just those two. It would be awesome.
Yeah. Dude, this is a nice little, apart from maybe TJP there, nice little big man bracket kind of there. I like that. Dude, you got Gabe Kidd versus Ren. We want Gabe to get far. Maybe he won't. It's the New Japan Cup. And there you go. Gabe, Ren, Narita feud. And then you got Ren, Taichi. Taichi can win there.
Taichi is going to lose to Ren Narita, right? Fuck.
House of Torture guys are all going to go at least to a lot of them. At least
or
they're
Zack
all going
Sabre
to
Jr.
get
versus Taichi. It could happen.
Yeah.
Techers could explode.
Dude, you got Yoda versus Evil. That's definitely going to. But Finley's got a bye here, so this is going to be interesting. So we might get Evil versus Finley.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
you know,
Yuya Sonata, like that's. I mean, the winner of that gets the privilege of wrestling Yoshi, as you said. Ewa better grip the fuck out of Chase Owens and throw him into the fucking stratosphere.
he already gripped Yoshihashi. He knows. He knows where.
Yeah, it's all right.
He knows where to
He
grab
fucking
him.
strangled that thing. You tied a knot in the fucking thing.
that seems like a rematch, though, right? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
So, you know, this I like this. It's pretty decent New Japan Cup. I'm really excited for it. Not only that, Mr. Guy, but there's more news because the card for the New Japan Pro Wrestling's 53rd anniversary is out. So sometimes it pays to kind of wait a day, everyone. Or you know, I was just more available today. Anyway, we are getting the hot match of Goto versus Tanahashi. The singles record is 13-3. I wonder
Is it for the belt
Oh yeah,
already?
yeah.
Wow.
And guess what the singles
Okay.
record is? It's 13-3. Guess who's the 13?
Tanahashi, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So like Tanahashi's gonna lose that, but he has to do it again. Like, why? How is he? I don't understand.
Tanahashi's not in the fucking tournament, is he?
No.
And neither is Goto. What the hell is with that?
Yeah, I already made a joke about that earlier. And you didn't listen.
It deserves to be. Look, we're getting what I think is a fucking superior main event, and I don't give a shit. This is going to rule. Singles records 1-0. Man, based on the strength of that one match and the potential of missing out on the second match, it's El Desperado Akira. Come on, man. It's going to rule.
It will be good. I hope Akira puts Desperado through a table or some shit like that. That'd be fucking great. And good character development.
Because Akira hates going to that kind of level. He just wants to wrestle. But I would love that because, you know, Despy's a deathmatch guy. I'd love that, like, Akira, so driven to beat him, will go to those lengths to fucking.
He doesn't care about you anymore. He's not scared of you anymore, motherfucker.
That's right, man. That's what he said on the show, isn't it? I'm not
He
scared of
said
you,
motherfucker a bunch of times.
Oh, dude, Clark Connors got so into the show, he was saying swear words and shit too. He's like,
I loved it.
All that kind of stuff. By the way, Clark had this really good way of being both passionate and invested in everything he was watching, but also in character.
That's good.
It was a perfect blend of like of what his personality's like, that vibe, but also like, hey, I'm working here, you know. I'm working here.
Will he like go back to his Rhino offense? Will he make up with Taguchi? Like as if he's face? Like, I mean, I'm like interested to see what happens with the War Dogs if they're faces.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on there too.
Will David Finlay will be cool with that, or is he?
Yeah.
I kind of hope he stays with Bullet Club, just to be honest. So, but he's a great wrestler, so he could be a good face. I mean, he has been.
So, and then we've got LIJ, Hiromu, Shingo, Naito, and Yota Tsuji versus House of Torture, Dick Togo, Sho, Yujiro, and Evil. Okay. So maybe we'll get a tag team feud out of this as well, man. Yeah.
Well, Evil already tried to kill the global champion, right? So that's
I think the feuds. Yeah, I think we're going for Evil versus the Takahashis against each other. It's the fight we've all been waiting for. Then we got this really cool team of
that's a good one.
Takahashi coming out with fucking colored jorts just to fuck it in.
He already wears jorts, but they have fur on them. You can just to hide the jortness.
That's right. Oh my god. But we got the match I'm really looking forward to. So it's Driller and Gabe Kidd versus Ren Narita and Kyoshinebi Kanemaru. That motherfucker. So
piece of shit.
Sweet. So we're at least keeping Driller and Clark with Gabe Kidd no matter what happens. Sweet.
I like it. When I watched the show, that's not how I read it at all. Like, I was clueless. I thought they were just turning Gabe Kidd. And so, talking about it with you has, kind of illuminated the fact that, no, it's the War Dogs that are turning face, which I like way better. I like that way.
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
That's fun.
And,
that is a good move.
And New Japan knows what they're doing. When you get a guy who's over, you put other dudes around them to help also them get over. And dude. Keep Driller and Clark with Gabe Kidd. Yes. Mm-hmm. Plus, they can both go as well. They're awesome. Dude,
Yeah,
Clark's one of my favorite bump machines.
Oh, for sure.
I like seeing him get beat up just because of his bump rate, man. It's fucking amazing. I love it.
So, yeah, and I'm, I don't know. I'm fired up to see Maloney as a big man babyface. That's going to be interesting, it's going to be good. People know about his shoulder. They're going to go after that, I have a feeling.
Yeah. So, just a couple more things. We've got just 3 guys versus, of course, the guys who are still Bullet Club E, and still feel like they're a part of Evil Bullet Club rather than Bullet Dog E. And that's look, whatever happens, I think Sonata, Gato, and Ishimori are going to go a different way than the War Dogs, the 3 foreigners.
They need another guy though. Like
Ishimori,
right now they don't, but they will need one.
Ishimori's too good as a fucking arsehole heel. You've just turned Sonata, and it's working for me. Keep it. And come on, man. No one wants to cheer Gato, and I don't think Gato wants to be cheered either. He's just amazing as that fucking arsehole that you just want to see people just pulling his beard and shit. So that's the feud there. I'm really looking forward to that. And then we got Hartley Jackson and Ryohei Iwa versus Chase and Farley. So I don't care. Iwa and Hartley are on the card. Let's go. And Takeshita's not going to be around for these previews because he's in AEW. Dude, usually that kind of shit would bug us. But not when Takeshita's flying in and putting on matches like this with Bolt and Oleg. Like, who cares?
If once a week I had to punch myself in the face just so that he could be champion, I think I'd probably do it. So,
dude, I'd reenact that Pantera cover every fucking day. Vulgar display of Takeshita. And we've got a open challenge. It's El Fantasma versus a question mark. So there you go. That's the 53rd anniversary show.
Will it be Robbie X?
It better not be fucking Brian Austin Green, man. I'd be
man, he better not tag with Newman in fucking World Tag League. I don't care. Why don't I care about World Tag League? I'm not gonna watch.
We always do that, and we always do. That's the first time you've caught yourself going, wait a minute, that's World Tag League. I don't care about that. It's usually me saying, are they going to do this World Tag League? And then you ragging on me going, who gives a shit about World Tag League?
I've been celebrating the new IWGP champion. So
we spent the fucking whole time World Tag League doing Never Realms and just having a freaking blast. And that's just how it's going to be.
That's way better.
So that was a fucking awesome night of wrestling. The main event, all right, didn't wow us. But you know what? At least the match was good. And I liked every match. I didn't like the finish of the last match, but and I like Tanahashi Makabe for very different reasons. It was fucking garbage though.
That was so bad. That was sad.
Yeah, no, it was.
I don't like that.
It was sad. It was one of those sad. Like, I don't think Tanahashi should be the only guy thinking about retirement in this match.
Yeah, man. I mean, we always brag on Makabe, and we're like mostly kidding, but like he kind of sucks, bro. And it's like, man, he fucking fucked over the Ace. Like, dude, that's not cool.
Is this a man who used to be able to go, Makabe? Yeah. Yeah, cool. Of course. I've seen some of those old Never Wars he's had. Yeah, I like that stuff. But I don't give a shit about him. Yeah.
I like how you like to interview yourself whenever it's serious. You like to interview yourself. It's great.
Yeah, ADHD brain. I just want to fucking like. You want to do a diary? Let's do a diary.
I'm ready.
All right, man. Well, I'm pretty high on this dude. So, and I miss him. So let's go for Doki. It is. Oh my god, the photo is one of those fucking promo photos of one of those fucking bodybuilding things he's done.
Right, because like I would do that too if I was
if
jacked.
I had that fucking body. Yeah, which way's the beach is what I would want to ask Doki every fucking time, man. He's gonna tell you where that goddamn beach is. So Jay sent us this. She sends us Wrestling Diaries, and this is episode 39.
Awesome.
It's called In This World.
Oh.
Oh, and it has the correct date. So obviously the typos, by the time they get to Doki's, they're like, oh, whoa, it's 2025. I'm not fucking Doki's diary up. I know what year it is for Doki.
That was tremendous.
It is dated January 18th, 2025. When I woke up, I was in a room I didn't recognize. It wasn't a hotel room, and it wasn't a hospital ward either. Where am I? You're in the village. Oh my God, he's in the village. Fucking Doki bomb on Rover and the fucking thing.
Doki bomb on Rover. He's done. Can you imagine Daybreak on fucking number 2? That bitch would have to shave 2 beards, you know?
Oh my fuck, that's funny.
Yeah, watch our end of year special if you want to learn about that.
That's right.
Last year.
Oh my goodness. Under the bed there were discarded clothes and a half-drunk bottle of juice. It was just somebody's room. I'm still not sure whose room it was, so I decided to investigate a little bit. There were textbooks and notebooks piled high on the desk, and the top of the notebook was a smartphone that must have belonged to the owner of the room. That reminds me. Where's my smartphone? I searched the whole room, but I still can't find it. But more importantly, I've been feeling something strange for a while now. I left this unfamiliar room and used the bathroom down the hallway to look myself in the mirror. I could see my scrawny body and face covered in acne. Well, you know, you're wearing that mask all the time. That's going to happen.
Well,
but
this
man, he body shames himself. You never know who's going to have his self-esteem issues, man.
Well, but Luke, let's recognize that this is reading like a film noir novel. Like here at the beginning, it's like,
oh yeah,
you wake up, you don't know where you are. I'm playing Deja Vu on the Nintendo. I mean,
I'm waiting for a dame to walk in with legs to Tuesday.
That's right. She's already waiting for you in your office. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Dude, I'm waiting for Yuta Tsuji to come in wearing his fucking trench coat and hat.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I'd watch that. Oh my God. He's like, call me Marlo. Oh shit. I'll call you anything you want.
Call me Sam Spade.
Yeah, there we go.
I watched that show, that Sam Spade is Old Man show on Netflix. Tremendous. Go ahead. Sorry.
Wonder if this is one of those time travel stories that are so popular these days. I looked like a high school student, but it doesn't seem like I went back in time to the past. The room I just in looked nothing like my room from childhood. I need to look more into this. Yeah, in your childhood, you fucking flew to Mexico to become a wrestler. I'm like, what?
But this is like sci-fi now. It's like Dark City or some shit.
Oh yeah,
but like the good kind.
That movie's awesome. Not like
the movie is not the wrestling.
I went back to my room and picked up on the smartphone on the desk. I tried entering my usual 4 digits and it unlocked, so it was his phone. So this was my smartphone, and this is my room after all. I checked my phone, and today is the 18th of January, 2025. Oh, there you go. That's why the guy remembers.
He knows what the fuck is going on.
That's right. He knows what year it is. His arm doesn't. It didn't seem.
That was good.
It didn't seem like I had gone back to the past like I thought. I looked up some other things, but it seemed like Japan wasn't that much different. Oh yes, what happened to the match that I'm booked in? When I tried to check X or the official website, nothing came up. That's strange. I even tried searching for New Japan Pro Wrestling, but I got no search results. The fact that there was nothing about any wrestling promotions or shows at all. It was then that I realized I had woken in a world where pro wrestling didn't exist.
What is this? He's writing a sci-fi novel. I love it.
And that's the end of the diary.
What? That is a nightmare. Well, you know,
it turned into Franz Kafka at the end.
You know, in a way, that's like the greatest dream ever. Wake up in a world where pro wrestling doesn't exist.
Yeah, but I think he's meaning like he doesn't see himself because he's not booked and all this kind of stuff.
Right. I get it. Wow. That was a great diary. I like that. It's like a whole other like level of diary. You know,
Yeah.
it's like Doki's so good. He brings us up to his level.
That's right.
Not
Brought
like
my
Godo.
reading narration up to a different level as well.
I agree.
Yeah,
That's very good.
so,
You did a
that
great
was pretty
job
good.
too. Yes. You know, Doki did a great job. You did a great job. I was there.
No, everyone has done a great job. And unless there's anything, Mr. Guy would like to add, which you probably added it earlier, then I guess in Mr. Bread falling off the top rope like Ric Flair, we trust.